Number 4, we want to find the slope of the line, the slope of the parallel line, and the slope of the perpendicular line. In order to do that, we're going to start with getting this into slope-intercept form, probably the easiest way. We'll do that by getting rid of parentheses and isolating y. There's our equation, and our slope then is -7 without the x. And the y-intercept doesn't pertain to these questions, but we have it over in our work. The slope of the parallel line would be equal, and the slope of the perpendicular line would be the opposite, so positive, and reciprocal, which would be 1/7. So parallel lines have the same slope, equal slopes, and perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocals. Change the sign and flip the fraction. If it isn't a fraction, make it into a fraction. Number 5, we have x equals 15. We might need to visualize this or sketch this. Here's my little mini graph. And x equals 15. First thing I want to think about, is this a vertical or horizontal line? X equals 15 means we're going to be at 15 on the x-axis, but we are going to draw a vertical line. Vertical lines have an undefined slope. That means that parallel lines have an undefined slope as well. And that means that perpendicular lines, well, a perpendicular line would be something like this, although I don't know where to place it because it doesn't tell me. But I know that if this one is undefined, then this one has a slope of 0. So 0 slope for perpendicular. Notice that it's kind of tricky to do an opposite reciprocal for this. Although I suppose you could try to do that. If you made the argument that undefined was 1/0, then taking the opposite reciprocal would be -0/1, which is in fact 0. Usually we don't bother doing all this stuff. We just maybe sketch it out and think about that. For vertical, horizontal, it's going to involve undefined or 0, and then correctly sort of analyzing and thinking about which answers would be what.